Good afternoon, or good evening, or good morning. This is going to be a very interesting show. A situation where there have been technical problems all over the place, all over the house, all over everything, and this should be interesting. I'm not using any of the cameras. My Yeti is not working right now, so I'm talking into the microphone of my notebook, hoping this works. But it gives me enough time to talk about a reminder that has been a reminder for the last 3 months. In that, the National MS Society is a collective of passionate individuals who want to do something about MS now, to move together towards a world free of multiple sclerosis. Multiple sclerosis is comprised of unpredictable and often disturbing flare ups of the central nervous system. Such flare ups disrupt the flow of information and flow of information within the brain and between the brain and body. The National MS Society is the largest private funder of MS researchers in the world, investing more than $1 billion to date. MS stops people from moving, but the National MS Society exists to make sure that MS doesn't. To contact the National MS Society, please call 1-800-344-4867, again 1-800-344-4867, or go to their website at nationalmssociety.org. And now, it's time to talk. Well, you couldn't say this week was a week for the birds, but it was a week we got through together, and now we're here to talk about it. Talk about anything and everything, because this is the Venture Forward VF Talks. Good evening, or good morning, or good afternoon, wherever you may be, and welcome to the VF Talks. I am John Venturini. On a day where everything just seems to surprise me in the sense that can I run into any other technical difficulties? And I'm going to talk about exactly all of that in moments. I just want to make sure I have the live or join us button up here because the last 2-3 hours I've been dealing with a hot water heater that has gone off the deep end. So I've been dealing with that and a couple other things. So I'm going to get that link up here. I'm sorry it's not pinned to anything. I apologize. But it'll be up here for sure. It's not even the right color. I'm going to change that accordingly. How's everybody doing today? Is everybody having a good Friday? A good end of the week? It's been challenging over here, that's for sure. But progress, not perfection, right? I'll get that link up there now. There we go. So it started around 9-10 o'clock. It's going down to the basement for something. And I walk into the boiler room because I'm thinking, sure, go to the boiler room, see how everything's going. And much to my chagrin, there's a bit of a flood in the boiler room, progressing off of the hot water heater. Now, fortunately, the flooring in the boiler room is curved in such a way that it's not going all over the place. Very thankful for that. But a hot water heater that is about, 14 years old, 13 years old, has finally bit the dust. So there's someone here right now replacing the hot water heater. Outside of the fact that I've lost power today 3 times, and there's a myriad number of other things going on. But yet I am here. I am here live streaming because, as I will talk about on the Tuesday episode, live streaming has changed my life. It has been very cathartic. It has been just therapeutic for me, but also very important to tell my story. So I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're watching on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. We have Paul Weber saying, opted for pizza. Here I am solo tonight. Sorry to hear about your hot water heater dilemma, JV. Paul, I'm glad to see you. I'm very glad to see you. Just more than you'll know, for sure. I don't know how long this episode will be. I have no idea. But I'm here, and this character's here. Rex, the cantankerous Triceratops, who I think helped build this house. Did you build this house? Is that what is going on here? Is that what's causing my Yeti? Not all that. I got my eye on you. You can't trust him. You can't trust Rex. You can't. There's no chance. No chance in heck. I wanted to take a moment out to talk about how important next week's going to be. I keep on talking about how Wednesday's important. Wednesday is the first infusion for Oservis, the disease-modifying treatment that I'm taking to offset this flare-up that I've had since, I would say, the holidays, and progressed over December and early Jan. And, the steroids helped a little bit, but this sort of DMT, disease-modifying treatment, is supposed to help me with the B cells, because a lot of neurologists, neuroscientists will say that B cells are very, very integral in that sort of immunocompromised disorder, that sort of nervous tic, that sort of, what's the best way I can use it, is sort of a autoimmune sort of disorder almost, even though technically some people will debate you on that. But it's definitely something that I'm dealing with. And, Wednesday comes up, and then 2 weeks after that, I go back again for a second. So it's a starter infusion, the 31st, and then April 14th, in Philly, over at Penn Medicine. So something I gotta work through, and I'll definitely talk about it as much as I can. I apologize in advance because I am not guaranteeing that my health and brain fog will be in a place. But I'm going to try my darnest to live stream, and I certainly will be doing the workshop next month. I'm looking forward to that. Lita has been very important. I will spend time talking about Lita and how to sign up for Lita on the Tuesday show. When you've tackled as many things as I've had in the last 2 years, 2+ years, you need a forum to talk about those things. The things that you've learned, the things that you've experienced, the things that have resonated to you, the things that basically have become important. And I really think being able to talk about the different components of what I've overcome has definitely helped me. I'll talk about the preparation mentally, but also as far as organizationally that I go through, as far as trying to craft the different topics that we do on this show, the Venture Forward. And if we have talks, we just BS, right? But these are factors, these are things that have been very much a factor in my life, very much an underlying sort of thought. Without those things, I don't know where I'd be right now, to be honest. I think about a lot of the folks that are in the recovery circles. So we talk about LT Weaver, we talk about Sober James, we talk about Nicole, Real Recovery with Nicole. We think about the reason why they started live streaming. In Nicole's case, doing the TikTok. In LT's case, he's on 3 or 4 different platforms. Nicole's also on YouTube and Facebook, and so is Sober James. We have a story to tell and talk about the things that are important to us as far as what got us through recovery, or in a recovery sort of mindset. They have taken it a level that I'm not anywhere near right now, is bringing in a community. In the case of recovering addict LT Weaver, he has Zooms almost all day, and he has basically a bastion of folks that are worldwide. There are people that follow his program in Australia and in the UK and in the United States and Canada, so on and so forth. Because when we deal with what we dealt with last year, which will go nameless for the sake of not being demonetized. Is that still a thing? Maybe. We have to reach out and do that. We have to reach out and care for one another in the best way we can. If we don't do that, it puts our health, it puts our sobriety, it puts our mental well-being in major, major question. I can't say this has been easy. Far from it. And certainly having a hot water heater hit its final legs after 13, 14 years, sure. Having a bit of an electrical problem today that might have cost me my Yeti, sure. My thermostat, fine. But the important thing is, it's better that I'm doing this 285 pounds lighter than where I was in January 2019. And it's better that I'm doing this from a place where I'm sober and not drunk half the time, or going out and having way too much alcohol. 667 days sober. And it's better for me to take it from a perspective where I don't gravitate to such bad behavior like compulsive gambling, where I have a daze over my eyes because the gambling is so much of a dopamine trip. better for me to be doing it from this sort of clean state, a healthier state, than where I was in January of 2019. I must never forget that. And there are going to be days where I get tested on these sort of things. Today's certainly one of them. There have been a couple of days this week, and a few of those days within the last 3, where I've been tested. But I keep showing up. You know? I must never forget the fact that it is one day at a time. It is one foot in front of the other, one step at a time. It is that. It's the only way I can make sense of everything. If I don't, I'm not in a good place. Far from it. I'm going to take it that this might be a very short VF Talks tonight, and that's fine. But I really felt the need to at least put something out there. Show up and do something to basically show that, one, everything's okay despite the fact that everything around me is not that okay. But 2, talk about what's coming up by way of the disease-modifying treatment, why I'm live streaming, all of that. It's going to be a very interesting set of weeks to come with the 2 infusions, with the ongoing treatment for multiple sclerosis. And it's a sort of topic that we're not going to stop talking about. You know, as they say, what we say in the community is, you never say I've got MS. You say MS has me. And boy, does MS have me. And boy, am I going to be very vocal and very driven to do everything I can to help solve this question, to help find a cure. It's everything I have right now, without question. Paul Weber says, showing up is half the battle, tenacity wins, and is therapeutic, no doubt about it. Thank you, Paul. It is. Showing up is the most important thing we can do. If we don't show up, then we don't have any sort of outlet for us to tell our story. You know, the book is being written, the journals are being written, but this is the quickest way I can tell the story. Paul, I have to be very honest with you. Your story has helped me. Your guidance has helped me. Your friendship has helped me, and I'm very thankful for you. As much as I'm very thankful and blessed for all of you that watch the Venture Forward and VF Talks. We are a support net for each other. There are days that are not going to be golden. There are going to be days that are rough. And yet, I truly get the sense that we do help each other. Take the term that LT Weaver uses on his show. We recover better together. I'll take the phrase that I turned it into for Lita and live streaming, that we live stream better together. I really feel fortunate and very honored to have all of you here. There's not an ounce of doubt in that statement whatsoever. Paul says, I'm humbled by that. Thank you. I'm humbled by you, Paul. Thank you. Thank you very much. So, Tuesday, 6:30 Eastern, 3:30 Pacific, we're going to talk about why I live stream. I gave a preview of that talk tonight, albeit not with a great camera, albeit not with my Yeti, but I'm on, and I'm telling you my story and all of the fun things that have happened today. Why I live stream is the topic for Tuesday's show. Thursday, we're going to talk about what it's like to go through one dose of Oservis. What was the sort of things I'm feeling. I'm debating whether or not to do a live stream from the infusion on Wednesday. I'll check with my neurologist on whether or not I can do that. been talking about the story all along. I've been talking about the things we do, those that have MS. If I can show a little bit of that, I will. If I could do it live, even better. But I'm thinking about that. The other thing I kind of want to do that is not part of this regular Tuesday, Thursday, Friday is when we do the Walk MS, the virtual Walk MS in May, I want to live stream that as well. So I'll give you details on when that's going to be. We're going to tie that to a campaign for the Walk for the National MS Society, and I'll give you more information on that as well. Also, Susan Williams, who did the show on Tuesday. Again, thank you, Susan. You did fantastic. Her website for her charity, for her cause, for her raising money for the National MS Society, is down in the ticker. If I could bring that up, I will. Let me see if I can real quick. And if I can't, then it's down in the ticker, and I could share that in the Facebook announcement or in the YouTube announcement. And that's what I'm going to do. I'll just share that in the Facebook announcement and the YouTube announcement. It is a beautiful day outside. So I started the show talking about a hot water heater going kaput, the fact that it lost power, and I'm doubting the health of a certain microphone and other electronics. But yet the sun is out. And in about 3 minutes, as soon as we hear certain music and you see what's coming up on Tuesday, I'm going to spend some time outside. I think it's the only thing I can do in a day that's like this. So on that, and I can guarantee you, because of everything that's been going on, I'll probably be doing a live switch in that closing slide. So just keep an eye for that. You'll see that in a second. But until Tuesday, have a great weekend, obviously. But I'm going to say the same thing I say at the end of every Venture Forward and VF Talks. Stay safe, stay sane, stay strong, stay sober. You're worth it. I'll see you Tuesday night at 6:30 Eastern, 3:30 Pacific for Why I Livestream. Have a great weekend. Good night.
She looks like a star. Yeah, she's got the style that makes you think she's made out of gold. She says she likes it better when we go off-road. Yeah. I'm gonna make it worth your while. I'm gonna make it worth your time. Gonna make it worth your while. When she's with me, we're like superstars. Windows roll down, radio on. I think we could go far. We don't need money. We can skip that part. All I want is her to be with me. She's got a ticket to my heart. The sky is blue, I got the sun in my eyes. It can't get better than when she makes that smile. Yeah, she's got that style that makes you think she's made out of gold. She's turning up the volume on the radio.